right, at the end of the last video, we saw that we had one recursive triangle going up, okay? We also saw that we had to get rid of these black lines for the explanation of the Pythagorean theorem. So I'm going to get rid of that, okay? And so now, all I need to do to make this into what's really called a Sierpinski's gasket, it's just named after a mathematician named Sierpinski, is not Miss Gopinski, but Mr. Sierpinski. What I need to do is find another midpoint. So this is the midpoint between C and A, and that's going to be getting the midpoint. So this is going to be drawing some other triangles, right? Sending in C and A. What is that midpoint? Okay, so it's going to do this stuff down here one more time, find that point for me, and now what I can do is just go ahead and draw a couple more triangles. So we got the one on top. Let's get the one on the, I guess the way I like to think about it is drawing the one on the bottom left. So I'm going to say draw this one on the bottom left. And that one starts at point A, goes to the midpoint of A and B, and then goes down to the midpoint of C and A. Okay? So that's the bottom left triangle. All right. This is the top triangle. And finally, dude, I keep forgetting to put that G in there. Okay. And then finally, we got to do another triangle, which is spelled like that. That starts in the bottom right. So that's the bottom right triangle. So that's going to start at the midpoint of C and A, go to the midpoint of B and C, and draw over to C. And I didn't forget G that time, guys. So there you go. And this is the bottom right triangle. And I'm good at typing. Okay? So this guy is going to look like this. It's going to blow your mind. Here we go. Kapowza! All right? That is called Sierpinski's gasket. All right? You could play around and mess around with these points and like make different triangles if you want, but it's going to have that same basic structure. Okay? And if you're like, what the heck? How did they go from one to that? Right? So here's what I would suggest you do. Just go ahead and comment out this. Now we're just recursing on the bottom left. So then we could run that sucker. And it looks like that. You guys knew what it looked like when it just did the recursion up. Okay? I think you can imagine what it's going to look like if you just do the recursion on the bottom right. But let's just say, what if we just do recursion bottom left and bottom right? Okay, so that looks kind of funky, but what you can see here is it started doing recursion on the left, okay, and then it did all of those triangles going down to the left. Then it started doing recursion on the right. It did all of those triangles going down to the right, but when it did those, it also did ones going down to the left, okay? So then you get this kind of funky pattern. And now if you could imagine, right, there's going to be, if I uncomment the top, there's going to be a top right here. And that top is going to have right and left. And that one is going to have right and left. And that one's going to have right and left. And then it fills in all of them. Funky Cold Medina. Kabowza. Okay? So again, hopefully you can pick out the parts of this, right? And start to make some sense of that.